Okay. Oh, you know what? And one other thing before I get out of there.
One more other thing for me as well.
On this particular subject, I know there's people that, us as a young generation, there's very few black men that's unproblematic and are trying to make changes in the way, and I think we should really look out for them and support them as much. There's people like Jay-Z who are doing humanitarian work. Like, you remember when Ferguson was going, him and Beyonce were literally bailing people out of jail on the low end of the screen, like not behind the scenes. But now you have people like Meek who are trying to fight and do the reform prison thing. So we have to really keep a close eye and support system for the young men that's out here doing a greater good. And the combination of comparison with Biggie and Tupac has come up because of the outpour of respect for Nipsey Hussle has been very I don't want to do it, but I really want to be honest, let's say Nipsey has been on Earth about 7 to 8 more years longer than both Pac and Big. He died at 33 and they were 26, 25, both somewhere in there. And the thing is that they were surrounded by bullshit which distracted both coasts and love throughout the entire country and media. And Nipsey has work that he has left behind in the community, which stands for itself. So I just want to say that, not to pit anything against each other. I remember distinctly the day Pac got shot. I remember the morning Biggie died. I remember all that shit, but I don't think anything has hit me as hard as this one outside of Chink's Drugs' shooting. But other than that, stay black and protect us.
Got you. Oh, speaking of staying black and protecting us. Oh, I love a segue. Oh my God, this is so great. So I just want to say that I need you niggas to keep the energy. No, I'm so serious. I need you niggas to keep the energy that you have for fuck shit as you do for legitimate shit. So I say all that to say, these tweets. Kodak Black got on the interwebs, y'all favorite place, probably Instagram Live or some shit, and pretty much said in a nutshell that he would give Lauren London a year to the day of Nipsey's shooting before he tried to holler at her. So everybody cried outrage, said this is so disrespectful, which it is. It's very disrespectful. But everyone seemed to, in my opinion, overreact to this. So, there's a trap museum in Atlanta that's owned by T.I. They took down Kodak's little exhibit shit out of it. I think it's K-Day in L.A. or the Real 92.3. One of them stations in L.A.
Get that shit the fuck up out of here.
Decided to pull all of Kodak's music from their log. Other stations followed suit. And my problem with this whole thing, and then again, T.I. has jumped in, everybody's saying, make it right, take it back. But my problem with this whole thing is that, was this very disrespectful to say? Absolutely. To Nipsey and to Lauren London. But I feel like people's energy to this is more because of Nipsey Hussle instead of Lauren London. I feel like even people that are coming to, the defense or the dragging of Kodak is not because they care about Lauren London and her grieving and her now having to raise, these children ideally by herself.
You don't think so?
No, it's the fact that Nipsey Hussle died. Nipsey Hussle was somebody that they respected, and it's more like you're disrespecting this dead man's wife instead of you're disrespecting this woman, Well,
I think I personally think of two in the same.
Nah. And you know why I say no to this is because this is not Kodak's first time saying some stupid shit on the internet, and nobody has ever reacted. Kodak Black has got on the internet and said, I think dark skin are the most ugliest women on this earth, when again, look at yourself.
Shit, right.
But dark skin is the most ugly women on this earth. He's been accused of sexual assault and all these, and not just accused with very strong evidence. It practically might as well just be you did it, nigga. But again, that shit came out. Nobody had nothing to say. A couple of weeks ago, he decided to get on the internet and, sorry, let me breathe. I'm getting ahead of myself. But he got on the internet and he, what did he do? I'm sorry. Oh, Young M.A. got on the internet and basically was fuck her dry and all this other shit, blah blah blah. And it's like,
I found that disrespectful too.
It is disrespectful.
And
all these things,
and I found it awkward because I'm like, what if she whipped out a tool on you?
You would deserve it. Yeah, dry, nigga. But yeah, so like the fact that all of this shit has happened, almost all of the things he has done has been in disrespect to black women. Nobody has spoken up. No one has said anything. No one seems to really have a problem with it. But as soon as you disrespect this woman who is connected to this man, now everybody's like, whoa, we got to pull music. We got to take you out the museum. And I think it's bullshit. Like, I think it's fucked up.
I think
not to Kodak, but to women, specifically black women.
I know in all, it was all aspects of disrespect, and I can't speak for the people that's trying to reprimand him or trying to discipline him in some type of embarrassment way on the platform, social media platforms. But I just feel like as a family, it was just, as a whole family, it was just like, yo, dude, why are you even going there? Even if you thought it like, oh shit, she gonna be single, like, and I thought that too, and not in an awkward way. I thought it as if like, yo, damn, they didn't even get married. Like, she's gonna be like, how awkward is that?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, she's gonna be single. And then, but to hear him speak on like, oh, she's gonna be a whole widow. Like, I might even give her a year to grieve. I'm like, the intent.
As if Lauren London would ever entertain a nigga that looked like Kodak Black. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, have you? Shut up, nigga. Like, shut the fuck up.
So to hear his plan, and I was just like, yo, bro, you are doing way too much. And you can even hear his friend who hangs out with him, his man to the side, say, yo, don't you think it's a little too soon? Like, yeah. And it was just. It was untimely, uncalled for, and I don't know. Like, maybe some of the guys who are trying to come to the defense of Lauren London are friends of Nipsey or are in defense of that. I can't say. I just felt like in the grand scheme of things, it's like too much at once. Like,
definitely. But again, this is always Kodak shit. Kodak is always too much at once. It's always too much. It's always ridiculous. It's always disrespectful. But I felt like nobody really cared until it came to a woman that was standing next to a man. And now it's like, oh, you disrespected this woman, which in turn disrespects this man. So now we have a problem with it. So,
but hold on. There's also a plot out there there's a plot and scheme for those who do shit like this.
Okay, I was like,
no. There's people that prey on weak people at weak times. Like,
oh yeah, of course.
You ever seen the mannerisms? And only because I'm not gonna say all pastors are like this or deacons in the church, but you ever get the shit that goes on like, oh, I'm praying for you, sister. Like, nigga, get the fuck off my mom before I choke you out.
Hello, you ever watch Everybody Hates Chris?
Very vaguely.
The upstairs neighbor.
Oh, got you.
I think his name is Mr. Omar. Like, he ran a funeral home and he would be taking them chicks down as soon as their husbands would die. Like, it was a comedy, but it's real life. Like, shit be happening. But yeah, I just do better. Like, if you cannot properly defend a black woman unless she's standing next to a black man, like, as another black person, like, you got to do better. Like, I just need everybody to do better. So that's my thoughts on that. So
yeah, this ties into the other Jay-Z shit. Like, I feel like, I get what you were saying. Like, even if he's not there, still be respectful.
Exactly.
But I just feel like in the presence, it's still doing too much.
Oh no, I think in the presence it's
blatantly disrespectful.
It's blatantly disrespectful, but it's blatantly disrespectful again. Like, either way, but I get where you're coming from, and vice versa. Like, if a woman walked up to Jay-Z, if Tiara Marie's a bad example. Ooh,
hands in the pocket.
Damn, no. Well,
hands in the pocket.
If Notori Norton, let's just like completely switch it up. If Notori Norton walked up to Jay-Z and did some very inappropriate shit, it would be the same thing. Mm-hmm. But women usually know better because women usually respect other women.
Right.
But yeah, so anyway, that's that on that. Let's move on. So,
what else we got on?
I have some exciting news to share. I'm going to do this at the top of the show, but we kind of just got besides ourselves. Well, damn, can I do my shit? Well, what the fuck you got to say? Because I'm pretty sure it's not more important than what I'm about to say.
No, because I don't want to keep doing this tennis match. We go back and forth because I did have something regarding Jermaine Dupri's comment on Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, no, we could really skip this shit.
Did you see it?
Because you told me. That was the only reason why I know about it.
So Jermaine Dupri says Nipsey Hussle could have been Jesus.
All right, end of show. Make sure you subscribe on all of the platforms because I'm not fucking doing doing this today.
No, but let me tell
y'all are gonna stop comparing, and this is no shade to Nipsey Hussle. Y'all gonna stop comparing y'all fucking cousins and nieces and brothers and shit to Jesus. None of us knew Jesus. We know of Jesus, and what I know of Jesus, I know that there has not been a nigga on this earth to this day in my 25, almost 26 years that I've ever met that I've been like, wow, you are Jesus. Now, listen,
Nipsey Hussle said, it's not on you, it's in you.
And I was about to say, Jesus may live within you.
No, facts.
The Lord, it's the God in me. Come on, Mary. It's the God in me. But none of y'all, from what I know, are Jesus. And that's it, period.
So there is some validity to that statement. I would say that not that he was Jesus. I think he had parts of him in him.
I think so. You're Jesus-like.
But he also was devilish.
Most good Christians are.
But he was devilish-like because he committed some sins. Haven't we all? True. So I would like to just calm that context of that notion. We all have both in us.
It's such a ridiculous, I think, comparison. First of all, it's blasphemous. But I'm not even like super like a devout Christian like that. Like I don't be in the church every Sunday. Like
me neither.
But again, I can also take a joke. So like even when the Hive was getting crazy, and it was like Jesus, Beyonce, I was like, okay, y'all are doing a lot. But again, I get it. It's rooted in comedy. But when niggas really be walking around like. No, Beyonce's my God. I'm like, oh, you need to go to therapy. Like, you need help. Like, you need help. So, I'm not into referring any or referencing to anybody on this earth as
what I said at the top of the show. I'm not invested in no human that much.
Yeah, for Jesus, Jesus, the Lord and Savior.
So when I saw the comment, I laughed and I was like, "Let me read and see what everybody had." And it was getting his ass.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous. Like,
and I had to back up and I said, although I would like to get in Jermaine Dupri's shit about this fucking comment, I will also say that Nipsey did do some good ways, but he also had some evil in him at a certain point in his life. And I had to look in the mirror and look at myself. I too can be a good fucking person.
I too, Richard Dolezal.
But I could also be a fucking heathen at some point. So I mean, we all have both of them. But I can see, I don't know. Some shit y'all need to keep to yourself.
Okay, listen, that's some shit you say after the second hit of the blunt. You're like, yo, real shit. Nipsey was Jesus, and then you and your cousins argue about that in your basement. But I don't want to talk about that with y'all niggas on the internet. Like, please stop. And also, one more thing, let's just stop referencing people that we have never met, comparing it to people that we have met. Like you never met Jesus. I get it. You read your Bible, you know your word. You go to Tuesday Bible study. You go to Sunday church. You never met Jesus. Okay, y'all never broke bread together. Y'all never sat at the table. You just know of him, and that's a great thing. It's like knowing of people. I know of Elvis. You know of people that you have never met. But like, I would never look in your face and be like, wow, Jay was really Tupac. It's like, well, I didn't even fucking know Tupac. So how could I even, it's dumb. Just stop. I'm done.
You done, Beyonce?
I'm done. You see, I'm wearing my yellow today. Wearing my yellow. That's not on purpose. But
I haven't met Beyonce. Are you she? After the wig?
As I rip my mask off. It's like, wow. Hit Single Ladies choreography. But yes, so anyway, can I share my news now? Thank you. So, this was a very exciting week for me on...
Congratulations, Malcolm's Pack, man.
My love is on top. What's the 411, you ask? My niece's birthday. Shout out to Brooklyn, born April 11th.
Your niece's name is Brooklyn? I did not know this.
Well, nobody knew until she was born.
I'm bugging.
Yeah, I literally just said.
Hold on, I'm not even following along because I'm thinking about your other niece. Oh, congratulations.
There you go. Yes, thank you very much. So,
why aren't you down south somewhere?
Because, she is a true Brooklynite and we're going to box. So, hey, Brooklyn, it's your Uncle Malcolm. Hopefully the internet will not die or crash within the next 5 years and you can hear this and properly, probably like 7-8 years for you to really be able to understand it. But she was supposed to be born on May 2nd, which is when I booked my ticket to go down. And sis was like, I feel like getting a little early, I really want to be there for Cinco de Mayo. Like,
coming in hot.
I want to be at spring break. I want to do the things with the girls. So I'll be coming a little bit earlier, but don't worry. Get here the time you're going to get here.
I'm going to come to help you guys set up.
Yeah. No, I really want to be here like brown for Memorial Day. Right. So I don't want to wait to get the tan. So she came earlier than expected, but beautiful, healthy baby girl. Shout out to Siobhan. Shout out to Andre.
Girl number.
Girl number two, two boys, two girls. Okay. They are, well, from my, whatever, I already said it. But from my understanding, they are tapped out. But not to put their business in the street like that. But yes, so shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to, the whole ATL Hive. I will see all of your beautiful black faces in a couple of weeks.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So what's been going on in your world?
You want to sit down for this one? I got a story to tell.
No, I'd rather stand.
So I went to Costa Rica.
Okay.
We were going to leave it on the floor?
They got ointments and creams for that.
Whoa.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that? Oh, never mind. All right.
Yo, don't put that on me.
Go ahead.
That's not a game. We don't even play like that.
It's treatable.
No. Yo.
You know what's funny? As I look down, so we have these little boxes in the studio that control the headphones and the mic on, mic off, and the little box says STD1 host mic.